Hi everybody, welcome back. Woohoo! AXN Accelerator, fun times. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right, so good to see everybody. We've got a few people in the chat already. Let me know if everything's running okay, audio and stuff. Be very cool. We've got Inga's in the house. Good morning, everybody. A new wonderful day. Absolutely, it is another day, another dozen, isn't it? So very nice. Good to see you, Inga. And Prana's in the house. Hey, 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 hey. It's Prana. Good to see Prana there. And True Blue 75 Axion Token member represent. Morning. What's for dinner? I actually had a burger for dinner. I know it's naughty, but I had a burger. That's pretty much how I went today as well. Oblio Stone says good evening. Let's see the burn. Yeah, burn baby burn. And Kenny Lai says audio is good. So it's up and running. Very cool. And so welcome. Thanks for that, Kenny. Much appreciated. So welcome to Axion Token channel. Your host is Superman. And oh, excuse me. We're going to get into today's accelerator. We're counting it down about 7 minutes to go, 6 minutes, 51 seconds, 69% remaining, 258.5 million AXN. So that means we're pretty much sold out 31%, which is it's what I put that in my okay to good range there. So nice and very cool. Now, obviously, people are setting up for getting prepared for the Polygon shift or migration. It's going to be targeted for the third week of October. So it's going to be zero fees, folks, zero fees. So at the moment, still on the Ethereum network, and the Gwei price at the moment is 59 Gwei. So 59 Gwei is where it's at. So obviously, if you're trying to get into Accelerator, good to try and you're maybe a smaller investor, good to try and target 30 Gwei or something like that, 35, 40 Gwei, somewhere in that ballpark, small, medium-sized investor. So that's pretty much it. 6 minutes to go. Let's have a look at the results as well. Actually, I'll do a snapshot as well while we're here. Let's go for that. Bam. All right, so that's going to take it. I got that on a 5-second delay. Can you believe it? But there we are. Snapshot done. Boom. All right. It's going to delete that. Very cool. And let's go down to the bottom. Let's check out the results as well. We'll do a big snapshot of the accelerator results. So we pass this on to the rest of the Axion community that gets into the Discord at least. So there, I've got a 5-second delay on the snapshot. Anyway, so very cool. Let's have a look at the results. We've got 132.7 million Axion sold. I'll say that one more time. 132.7 million Axion sold. That's 22,388 bucks. So that's pretty good. And Axion burned 59, almost 60 million Axion burn. Another good day for the burn, and 10,100 US dollars. Nice. Bitcoin paid out the stakers. If you staked Axion, you'll get your little percentage share of this, 0.12589. So that's $6,000. So pretty cool. So what entered? What do people use to buy and stake? Used a 5.344 Ethereum, $1,948.16 DAI stable. No hex today like we had the last couple of days, especially yesterday was a huge hex amount. I think it was at 66,000, something like that. Pretty amazing as well. So that Axion burn is going to be added to today's, to the total burn, which is well over 7.5 billion Axion. Amazing. So pretty exciting. Kevin Wilson's in the house. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. Hi, everybody. Another Axion Token member represent. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, if you want to join as an Axion Token member, hit that join button. We've got Axionites, Elites, Heroes, and Krakens. Get in there. And obviously, this is takeoff phase for Axion on its new sort of new epoch. New epoch is probably a good way of putting it. As with the Polygon migration, is going to open up a lot of things, and Axion's going to be the premier staking project investment on Polygon Matic. So pretty awesome. And as we know, Polygon has just surpassed Ethereum in the last week with active users. So amazing stuff. So we'll probably try and check that out a bit later on, but that's where we're at the moment, folks. So we're counting down 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Once again, the accelerator link is in the video description. If you want to enter, make sure you do your investment due diligence first. Maybe check out Axion.network website. That link is also in the video description, and you can also get onto Discord and stuff like that and ask around there. So there we are, folks. You can get on Discord here. We've got no, every time I go to say there's moderators, we've got moderators on all the time, and just when I go to say there's moderators, there's no one moderator showing up, but either in Telegram or Discord, they'll be there. We've got 4 of the devs logged on at the moment, 2 of the core team. So we're pretty active and engaged Axion Foundation team, full of experts and great energy and innovation. So it's a fun place to be. If you're new to Axion, do your little research and get involved in the community. Pretty cool. All right, so I think can't be reached. So that's the one I had. So all right, Let's quickly go to the accelerator. We're just counting it down to 3 minutes to go. Let's pull up the old price as well and see where the AXN price is. We've got a few minutes there, a few minutes of time set up for ourselves. So we're just going to check this, and the Gwei price is up to 74 now. Just, yeah, like I say, try if you can get 30, 40 Gwei, that'd be not too bad. Obviously, by the third week of October, it's going to be on Polygon, and it will be zero fees, folks. Zero fees, pretty amazing. Cool. All right, so the price is 0001684. Now there were some smaller accounts that had sold earlier, so might check some of those out. Let's have a look here. Yeah, look at this. We had 50 million sold there, and then 50 million bought back. So some interesting behavior there. What else we got? 31.5 million sold there, but earlier as well. So I think that's it. 29 million sold there earlier, but we've had some. I think we had some. Yeah, so the buys haven't been as strong, except for that buy, but that there looks interesting. That parallels. But anyway, so we've got $530,000 in liquidity, and that's intentional because obviously the teams pulled a significant proportion of the liquidity out, and daily volume $175,000. That's not too bad for today, and 59 ETH in the pool. We know that we're up around about 100, weren't we, a couple of days ago? And the pooled Axion is up from about 1.4 something billion to just under 1.6 billion, 1574. So obviously that's with the price just down a little bit. Ethereum's at $3,350. You're a little bit quiet, but look, it's looking pretty green across the board here on the left on our watch list. So interesting stuff. Let's quickly go to full screen there as well, and we'll take a look at that. This is the hourly, remember, as well. So let's go back. We've got a minute left, folks, in the accelerator, and then we're going to get recharged. We're looking forward to that. Sort of the main turning point of the day, and that's just the way it's going. So let's have a look back on 19 hours. We're back on 1700. So we'll go back to 1700 here. Here's 1700. So we're down about just under 15% down from yesterday, and we're at 0001687. And yeah, we just had a couple of accounts sell there. You can see the red candles, just a couple of those. This was the big one here, of course. Back almost a couple of hours after we did our live stream, got a little bit of selling there. So this is the way it goes. We'll check that out after when we get the recharge. We're going to check that out. 8, 7, 7, 6 seconds, 5 seconds until recharge. Here we go. We're going to go for it. 2 seconds, 1 second, bam. Okay, today's finished, so we're going to get recharged now. Just going to jump back to 375 million, and that's just the way it's going to be. 132.6. So yeah, we've pretty much sold out 31%, so not too bad. We're going to go into Discord and check that out. Crypto Casino's in the house, morning all, coffee in hand. Hey, Crypto Casino, it's hilarious. Enjoy that coffee. And yeah, it's evening here and morning for Crypto Casino. Now, don't forget to check out Crypto Casino. Did a cool Axion video, so check that out. It's very cool. I did post that on the community notice board, so check that out. Very cool. And some there was some interesting Babel insights on that video too. So for Babel investors. All right, so let's just jump back and we're going to post in today's results. Let's go. All right, so today's 2 days accelerator I didn't even spell it. Accelerator results. All right, nice. All right, so we're going to post that. Bam. And then we're going to put that in there too. Let's go. Yeah, so I've had to go back to the old format just because of the PC power just slowing down the computer. So hopefully, at least with the old format, it's a bit more stable. Until I get a new computer, that's just the way it's going to be at the moment. So cool. And let's rain some Axion. I haven't got that much Axion left, I think. So we're going to do 500 just to be safe there. Bam. All right, so that's 62. That's not too bad. So congratulations to everybody there. Now we had that spinning wheel with the 0.1 Matic giveaway. That was a lot of fun, and man, did we get a lot of people on that spinning wheel. It was really cool. About 3 or 4 times more about 3 or 4 times more than the previous time I did the first time. So that was a bit of fun. Just helping people to get onto Polygon. If they get a bit of Matic, people will maybe decide to learn up a bit more about Polygon and see what they can do on there. So pretty cool. Critical Casino says crazy these guys selling at such a low price and so close to migration. Yeah, that's interesting that you say that actually, because if we look at the daily, actually the price is still up quite a bit. Remember we had a 350% rise within the 2 days, wasn't it? So obviously on the lower liquidity with the liquidity changed around. Don't forget, if you got liquidity LP tokens, you're supposed to pull your liquidity within 7 days. We might go back and check that actually. So this is gonna be. I did say that this would be unusual. As we head up towards with the liquidity provision being pulled, and as we head up to migration. So expect a bit of volatility. The other side of it, of course, with the lower liquidity pool, you can get bigger up movements and bigger down movements. So just take that into account. But like I say, we did bounce off the 61.8 Fibonacci, so we're actually holding up reasonable at the moment. But of course, we really need to get a green candle in the next day to move sideways. If we at least move sideways, that'd be pretty cool. Obviously, we've got the migration coming up. So let's say that we hit the migration. Let's say we hit it, the third week. So what's that, 21? Let's say we do 21 October. We've got a few little while there to see some buying in there. Well, the other thing, of course, is that the accelerator, which is now recharged. So there we are, folks. It's recharged now, 375 million, 100% remaining. Nice. So if you got 24 hours before they get to recharge, once again, if first in, first served. If it does get sold out, then you'd have to wait for more hours for that. So that's the way it goes. Now this up to 24, it's got up to 24. Up to 28.4% additional AXN for your principal. That's if you do a 5,555-day stake. That's going to be reduced when we get on Polygon. So it really is a great time to get into the accelerator despite the higher fees. Obviously, going to be 0 fees on Polygon. There's going to be some Matic airdrop to everybody. Make all basically transaction on Matic are super cheap, Polygon Matic. But the team is going to airdrop some Matic to people, so that's basically free, right? So it's going to be pretty exciting. All right, so that's going good. Let's have a look here. So let's have a look where we're up to. So like I say, we're actually still up quite a bit. So if we look back at the 25th, we're still up 140% at the moment at the current prices. So that's a pretty good mad gains in 9 days. So nothing to be too concerned about there. We have bounced off like I say, the 61.8, which bodes well. But really, I guess the next day will be quite interesting. But then again, like I say, we do have a bit of a buy pressure up to the Polygon launch. So one might reasonably expect to get some buying in there as well as we run up to the accelerator, especially if the audit news comes out about version 3 and lots of other news running up to their migration, because there's quite a few components to that. So that's going to be interesting to see that play out over the next 17 days, something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see the price action here. That would be pretty cool if we could see a nice little move, maybe move there, bounce again, and then hockey stick back up there. That'd be quite nice. Pretty cool. For sure. Don't forget, there's going to be over 100,000 US dollars to start off the marketing, and then there's going to be a pretty heavy marketing budget after that, and it's going to be quite targeted marketing too. And obviously, Polygon team themselves is pretty excited about AXN coming to the platform. And like I said, it's kind of filling that market gap where you've got sort of low yield stuff like Aave, and then high yield farming up the top here. But in the middle, you're going to have Axion sitting there as one of the top 3 Ethereum projects suddenly moving on to Polygon. And so I think that's going to bode well for some markets space, and to get a lot of the users that are on Polygon attracted to Axion as somewhere in between there. Maybe they get some yield funds and they might want to flow some of those high risk yield funds back into Axion. It might be some stuff that we see there. So we'll look out for that as well. And then we might get those more conservative Aave stable coins type funds funneling back into Matic with that 8% inflation yield, up 42% APY. And with the certainly with the accelerated bonuses and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two fold into into AXN on that platform. It's going to be interesting. And definitely a target for marketing. Also getting into some partnerships on there would be quite interesting, like Adamant, where you get compounding on Adamant and stuff like that. Be if they can pull in compounding. I think Crypto Casino was talking about that a few times. So that's going to be interesting to see whether they can leverage that, and it's one of the benefits because I think there's quite a bit of opportunity. So that's pretty cool. That's where we're at the moment. Certainly, certainly looking reasonable at the moment. It's the way I'd put the price at the moment. So pretty cool. Let's go, and we're going to wait for. We need a stake, of course, until we get the burn amount. So I don't think that's in yet. We just someone has to stake or something like that for the burn to spot up. Maybe it may be in here. It looks like it is. Yeah, 1 minute ago, folks. Woohoo! Nice. Burn, baby, burn. So very cool. It's coming, folks. 58713. Nice. So let's post that into the chat. We love that when that comes in. Man, that's just luck of the draw. As you guys know, you watch the burn gets updated. Sometimes it can take ages and ages and ages. A couple hours, maybe after the live stream, to get that. Sometimes it's happened super fast, like this has happened 1 minute ago, which I think is wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. All right. So cool. Let's post that. Burn, baby, burn. All right. Burn, baby, burn. All right, so let's have a look here. So another 58 point something million. Nice. Axion burn today. Nice. And what's that, mate? That's 7.6 billion. 7.6. 7 total, and now 7.62 billion Axion, or what do we say? 6.97. Man, we're so close to 7%. 6.97. Wow. 6.97%. Woohoo! Of what I say? All liquid Axion. All right, so cool. That's looking good. All right, let's put some fire on that. Bam. Let's fire that up. Fire. There we are, folks. There's a bit of sound effects there as we go. Nice. And we're going to put some more fire on there. Let's go fire. I've got the caps lock on. Got to get that off. Let's go for some more. Let's do it at a fire truck. You know me, I love the fire truck. And what else? One more to finish it off. And we'll put the fire extinguisher. We did the person the other day. We'll do a fire extinguisher. Nice. So looking good, folks, on the burn. That's going real nice. And of course, we're going to click out of there and go look at the whole liquid amount on the market. We're going to go there. So we're at 109.3 billion AXN in there, but as we know, that's made up of a lot of stuff. So it's made up of a 19 billion in the dev wallet, which hasn't moved, as you guys have been watching. It hasn't moved. So the team's had very good financial discipline in that. So very cool. And we've had, this is the liquid address, member. And oh no, so we haven't looked at this. Let's go to look at this. I've talked about it a lot of time, but this is where the liquidity came out. I don't think all the liquidity's come out. I haven't done a reconciliation, but I don't believe it's. I believe a lot of the liquidity sitting in the Uniswap pool is still a remnant from the team. So if we go here, this is the amount here. So as you can see, it's 8%, 8.2%, 8.9, and you can see liquidity coming in here. I'm just trying to think where that is. So it's one of these transactions here. And let's go and have a look on this address on the Ethereum blockchain. We'll probably find the ETH in there as well. We keep looking at the AXN. We'll probably find the ETH. So there we are, 257 ETH in there at the moment, 863. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to help support the pool. I would like to see the team keep a certain amount of this on layer 1 as security. That would be something I would like to see. It sort of balances off the upside of Polygon and the security of the project with a lot of the original ETH out of the liquidity pool being protected. So we'll see how that goes. The team was talking about initially launching on Polygon with an Axion Ethereum pair, so that's cool. But then also there's quite a bit of favorability there about getting a Axion USDC pair, something like that in there, a bit like the Hex model. The Hex, as you know, does about 80 to 85% USDC versus 15% of the Ethereum. Obviously, that's a wise strategy, but that way you still have to get scarcity on the market, and you have to get demand and use cases up greater than sellers on the actual Axion pair when you've got a USDC pair. It helps take away that interconnectedness or reflexivity with the BTC and Ethereum and stuff like that. But you still need to get that scarcity and get demand use cases, more wallets, more use cases to demand more of that Axion. So that's pretty much it. Teams been moving in the right direction on that, so it's very exciting to see. On the other, that's the sort of the Hex model, and then on the Wise model, they're sticking with Ethereum BNB, and of course they get the upside of that, but they also get the volatility. The price moves back in USDC, in US dollar terms, as the market moves down. So you get that offset. I do think that eventually Wise will probably decouple maybe in the next 3 to 6 months when it's got the launches of lending and collateral NFTs. I think that once it gets that up, that could have a decoupling from those ETH and BNB, but still get the upside. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. This is all groundbreaking stuff. So we're trying to see how these other big staking projects are going with their innovations, and obviously Axion's doing its own thing. So it's going to be quite interesting to see that play out. But I definitely think getting a USDC pair will be quite good in the sort of short to medium term for sure. All right, so this is a couple of my thoughts there. Hopefully that was interesting to some of you. Prana Om says traders are going to trade. That's right, absolutely. You're going to always get a certain part of the market trade. But of course, Axion has a lot of long-term investors, 40% max staked, and a lot of staking ladders as well. And obviously, the longest average staking period out of any of the top three, as we said, I think Wise is something like 4.7 years. Hex is at about 5.7 years, and Axion just hit 7 years, which is phenomenal, right? So pretty amazing. Critic Casino says the exposure we'll just get for being a first in our field to Polygon network should be great. I think so too, Critic Casino. And based the way Axion Foundation team's talking, we should get some benefits from the excitement of Polygon themselves, who are actually trying to attract Axion on there. That should hopefully give some pretty big benefits, especially with all the different people on there, which is pretty huge. We'll actually have another look at the size of Polygon at some stage. Cryptic Casino says, yep, traders trade Prana, agree, but risky at this point, I think, with us being so close. I think so too. I think this is a really, the next, look, we wild, particularly risky for them, and of course, great time to pick up some bags. Especially with if you're going into accelerator with 28 up to 28.4% bonus. Even if you decide to do short stakes, 60 days to 349, you're getting a 7% bonus on top of that. And once you're staked, of course, you're earning wrap Bitcoin and interest. So and the big paydays if you do a 350-day stake. So if you do a 350-day stake, that's the next level up. You're going to get 13.4%, plus you're going to get a part of the first big payday, which is coming away only a couple of days away. Let's actually have a quick look at that. Hey, we've got Actified in the house. Morning, friends. Hey, good to see Actified. So Actified, everybody, is from the official Axion Foundation team. Always good to see some of those members in the chat there. So nice to have a nice coffee there, Actified. I think Crypto Casino's having his coffee, so it is coffee time on the northern hemisphere. Some people. All right, so pretty cool. So we're going to get out of there, and like I say, we've got the dev wall up here, we've got the old liquidity there, we've got the Axion contract here, we've got the debt address here, which you can see is just climbing all the time. It's not far away from passing the old Axion contract 40B, and then you've got the small dev wallet. Actually, I think there's a bit of funds gone out of the small dev wallet, if I'm right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think there's a little change going on there. So yeah, then it's Uniswap. So yeah, I think it's the EA one. Yeah, I think that might be the one. So we might have that was sitting at 2 billion. So I think there's been a bit of maybe been some expenses paid out of that. I'm not sure exactly what that pays out, but yeah. So I think there's possibly been a few transactions there. All right, so very cool, and we've still got how many whales? We've still got a few whales there left sitting out there. Now it's interesting that none of these whales have actually restaked, which is interesting. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Well, we've got one of the. I think that's still the team's wallet, the secondary dev wallet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So still got 6 whales out there at the moment. When I say whales, I just mean by 1 billion. So technically, they'll probably qualify as sharks unless they do long stakes. and then we've got all the other accounts going right down to number 50, which is 200 million there. So that's where we roll there. All right, actually, let's have a quick look at the next 50 as well. Let's have the next 50. Now, remember, all the stakers, people that are staked, their Axion is burned when they stake, so they don't get the Axion back plus interest until the end of the staking period. So stake that doesn't show up on the liquid Axion, of course. So this is all the way. So if we go to top 100, so top 100, you're getting at 100 million or more. So you can see that there's a few wallets there. Let's go to the next 50 as well. Why not, eh? Why not? We might as well do it while we're looking as well. So here we go. So did I go to the third one? Maybe I didn't. All right, let's click. So there you go, 100. So it looks like there's 107 wallets with 100 million or more. So that's pretty much that. And you go all the way to top 150, 66.5 million. So that's worth about 11,000. So we've got about 150 people there with that sort of level of investment. That's still liquid. Obviously doesn't include stakes, but we want to get a lot more of these, attract a lot more of these $10,000 investors upwards. And obviously Polygon's going to allow us to attract a whole ton of smaller investors below 10,000. So it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like in 3 months' time. This liquid profile. So very interesting stuff. All right, so very cool. Let's go back into there. Let's check out the accelerator, and let's go. I think did we get some sales in there already? Yes, we have. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. Buy and stick in the accelerator. So already 7% sold, folks. And very cool. That was probably a few minutes ago there. Crypto says, Casino says, good morning, Actified. And hey, Crypto Casino. And Prana says, morning as well. Morning as well. Sounds like that Saturday Night Live thing. Skit, we know the guy goes, and something as well. I don't know if you remember that one. There's the guys, and there's that blonde chick that comes in and she does all those funny stuff, all the dances and silly stuff, and they're always going, and something as well. So it's pretty funny. All right, so Prana probably remembers what I'm talking about there. But anyway, so that's what we got at the moment. So we did have just straight off the bat. That's really bullish, man, to get that. So we're already at 28.5 million sold, 13 million burned already. And we've only been going for 19 minutes. So awesome stuff. Another Bitcoin, $12 in Bitcoin. They used Ethereum, 1.2 Ethereum to go in there. Nice. So very cool. Someone's definitely collecting that. Once again, this 28.4 up to 28.4% bonus will be reduced. Pullen says when they move to Polygon, which makes sense. This also addresses Prana, your comment the other day about inflation. You got inflation on both sides. It's kind of 3 areas of inflation if you think about it. So really, they are focused on all of those. And I guess the shares, the share inflation will be something dealt with a bit later. It was interesting, Paul made the comment about tradable NFTs and potentially trading out of, when I say NFT stakes. So Axion is a good chance. Axion, with the launch of version 3, will be the first one to market with NFT stakes. So that's going to be pretty cool. Don't you love being an Axion with an innovation like that? But actual having tradable stakes might be something a bit later. So I don't know whether they've probably got a timeline on a deflation thing. So that could be 12 months away or something like that. I'll try and pull up Pullen's comment on that exactly to be precise. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's put the old update in the old Discord chat there. Bam. All right, so looking good already, and we got some stuff in there. So we're going to go woohoo, and nice, and we'll put some fire. Why not? Bam. All right, so straight off the bat, we're in the money on that. Nice. And Prana says at least Axion is getting 0.3% liquidity provider fees from Uniswap for all those trades. That's true. The much smaller liquidity pool may be attracting more traders. They love volatility and want action. That's true, Prana. I haven't done much analysis. I did suggest in the Discord yesterday, and I tagged in the green guy about doing a data table like hexes. I think that'd be really useful for Axion, and that would cover all the key metrics. So I think that's really something that the team, and then people can download that data and make charts. So you get more YouTubers making charts and stuff like that. It'd be pretty cool. Hey, XP players in the house, I'm more interested in to see 15 years than 3 months. Lol. So that's right. So and you're not alone, SB. Obviously, Axion's got a huge amount of 15-year stakers, over 40%. So you're not wrong there. Pranam says burning fire, absolutely, next fire, lots of hearts and fire then, absolutely. All right, so that's pretty much where we're going. I think we've got obviously when someone goes and buys and stakes, not only do they get the benefit themselves of up to 28.4% when they stake, they also help the ecosystem, which is basically in turn helps themselves. So 55% of the amount that they buy in there with the 7 different tokens, remember, in this case it was 1.2 ETH that just happened, that goes on the market and buys AXN, and that AXN gets burned, folks. It gets burned. And so here we got this is the BF8C address here, so you can see that those two buys and stakes there are basically burning, which is amazing, and it also helps support the higher price. So you can see that we were sitting before it came in at 0.001684, and that's pushed us all the way to 0.001705.3. Cool, and that's added more ETH to the pool and less AXN in the pool. So pretty cool. It's gone to 79.7 now, and I think, like we say, it was lower than that before by 0.66. So it's cool. And we also had some little other buys in there as well. So no, that was before, but we've had just had those. So pretty cool. And just checking that out on there. So that works really well. So win-win, and the team's done a great job in switching the tokenomics around with that. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, there we are, looking good. All right, so this must have been the buy and stakes that we saw as well. Just going to go back to the burn address just to see what that's done there. Yeah, so that's the same. That's not done anything. So that's what I expect to see. Cool. All right, let's go and check out the. We'll get out of the price there, and we'll go check out the. What is it? We're going to go to Nomex.com. Let's go check it out. All right, hey, AXN Token YouTube channel has been growing on Odyssey. It just has just started. I've just started to support with LBC tokens, so that's going to hopefully help rank it up too. I want to get a lot more LBC tokens to support the channel because it really does relevate up. But I've started off with a decent amount, but I really want to get up to quite a large amount of LBC because it really does have an impact on profiling in the crypto space. So I'm gonna definitely want to do that. All right, so don't forget. So all the videos that get loaded on YouTube automatically, like I don't know, half an hour later or something, get loaded up on Odyssey. And Odyssey's got 30 million. I think it's 30 million users a day or something. So it really is cool. And the cool thing about Odyssey, of course, completely free speech and completely not censored. Like you do on YouTube and Facebook and the rest of it, right? So I love that. I love that aspect. So here's the Bitcoin here at 47,800. Pretty much a little bit similar to yesterday, just down a tad, as you can see. Ethereum at $3,351, just down a little bit there. So it's actually holding up pretty well. Once again, if we're gonna, it's headed bullish, tended bullish, but it hasn't got that confirm yet. Really wanting to obviously beat 52k, and what we get over that on another surge, that's definitely moved back into bullish territory. So looking forward to that because we all want it to be more bullish, don't we? To be honest, Cardano TV. Would be loving this. Cardano at $2.18. That's down 3.87. Maybe wouldn't be loving that at that point, but that's definitely going. That's way off the high. The high was $3.05, so but it's still holding up over $2, so that's nice. Binance Coin 418. That's done a pretty good move recently. Just down 2.27. Solana at 168. So that's been doing pretty well as well, and down 1.93. And all-time high was 213 or something. XRP at $1.03 and a Polkadot at 31.11. Dogecoin at 21.5 and Luna at 46.93, up 5%. So that's showing some nice green signs there. And Uniswap at 25.33, down a little bit. Avalanche down quite a bit there, 4.56 at 66.89. And that's Algorand sitting at number 15, up 11.56. So I said to you that I actually like these two, Avalanche and Algorand. So be interesting to watch those perform, especially if big Bitcoin does smash over that 52k mark. So cool. Total market cap 2.4 trillion. There we are. So a little bit, it's a tad down from yesterday. I think it was 2.42, something like that. So there we are. All right, so looking good. And let's have a final look at Cointelegraph, see what the news is in the crypto market. Bam, here we go. We haven't seen Bam Bam for a while, have we? It's just the way it goes. Trix Madison's in the house. Sweet. I'll be sure to check the Odyssey channel. Yeah, well, we're going to pull that up in a second, actually. So definitely check that out. I think I've got the link in the video description. I need to update my links, to be honest, in the video description to make it a bit more efficient, but there's a lot of links in there. El Salvador introduces fuel subsidy of 20 cents per gallon to locals who pay in BTC. Interesting, eh? That's interesting. compounding problem, 65 million more comp at risk as devs wait for time lock bug fix. Man, that's just it's unfortunate with the comp there. I think there's definitely opportunities in lending as well. So Ethereum fractal from 2017 that resulted in 7,000% gains for Ethereum appears again in 2021. That might be something you want to read if you want to look at that. That's pretty interesting. Top 5 cryptocurrencies to watch this week: BTC, Luna, Atom, XTZ, and AXS. Beyond Bitcoin, the future of digital assets is bigger than the first crypto. Oh, I absolutely agree with that. So I think that's about it on there. Surge to 49, prompt several altcoins to hit new high-time highs. That's right. Money in 2030, a future where DeFi and CBDCs can work together. Might be an interesting article to read. So that's pretty much that on that. I think, did I go for editor's choice? Yeah, and then hot stories. Second largest Ethereum mining pool, suspend all operations. What else there? That's about it. So do check that out if any of those stories looked interesting to you. Let's go out there and let's quickly check Axion token on Odyssey. Bam, let's go. And just to show you, it has grown. You remember, I started this. I think I was at three followers on Odyssey. Not sure if that's even coming up. I had 3 followers on Odyssey. It's now up to I think 29. So it's just slowly climbing. But I've only just put support in it. I had no support in it. You've got to actually support the channel with LBC tokens. So I've only just done that. So you can see 29 followers on there now. So it's actually starting to grow. And so I decided to up the ante there. You see, I've got 1,100 LBC in there. So I think I had about 100 in there before. So now I added another 1,000 to that. And I'm going to try and increase that to like 10,000 and then bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's pretty much the way it's going. So if I can get to 10,000, I think that will really start to rank it up there as well. So I'm going to try and move up to 10,000 LBC points as well. So that's going to be cool. You can see the videos look pretty nice on the format. It actually looks better on this format than it does on YouTube. So I pretty like that. So these automatically get uploaded to all these videos that we live stream on YouTube, get automatically updated like maybe half an hour, like I say, later. And it's pretty cool on that. So the other thing, of course, is you can support each of these videos with LBC yourself. If you like some of the content, you can support it, and that will rank the actual video up on Odyssey. So that's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's going well. I think that's going slowly and surely onwards and upwards. Pran Om says Axion Discord also has a crypto news channel too that I glance for headlines. Yeah, so we actually have been going through, I don't know if we've been going through the crypto news one, we've been going through the Twitter one. R2D2 says When Moon. Yeah, nice one there with the cheesy smile. Yeah, When Moon. Well, I think it's coming. When Moon is coming. I think we've already, like I said, we've already mooned a bit. We up at 350%, and then now we're still up 140. And of course, we are not even, we've still got probably 2.5 weeks to the migration. So it's a bit of time there to moon even more from there. So that's it. When your price jumps up 3.5x, you're going to get a bit of profit taking. Just the way it goes. But hey, it's a nice pullback for another move up, right? So cool. All right, so let's quickly go to the announcements here. I don't think it was there's one announcement today, and I did post it on the community channel. I try to post all the Axion official Axion posts on the community channel on this AXN token YouTube. So VABL now claimable. We had a small issue with our vesting engine, which meant the second VABL IDO pre-sale amount did not unlock on time. This has now been resolved, and you should be able to withdraw your tokens now. We have also made an upgrade to our vesting engine, which merges all unlocked amounts into one. Meaning you no longer need to make an initial withdrawal plus any subsequent ones. A single withdrawal will give you all the tokens that are unlocked to date, the initial amount plus any other unlocked amounts. So head over to Axion launch page, of course, to claim your vested tokens. So that's for people there. So nice, lots of love there from the community. That was pretty much it on that. Let's quickly look at the Twitter as well. Marketing ideas, content creators, Axion Twitter, Axion Media, I guess it's the one you're talking about there. I'm trying to see Axion News there. I can't see that one. So look, yes, how many? We've got 16 on here. We're going to jump through. We already gone through that one stuff. The audio, we went through that already. Boom, boom, boom. Let's jump through to today's one maybe. Yesterday's. Let's start from yesterday's. I've actually used this picture. If you've seen, I've used this for thumbnail before. Diamonds may be your best friend, but Bitcoin is forever. Nice one. I like that. I see that a lot of people, the gold commentators, always saying when gold going to move up, when's gold going to boom. But I really think that crypto's really damaged gold as a safe haven. I think that the only way gold's going to move up is if you had a true global crash. And I think that will happen at some stage because the central banks can only print money for so many decades. But hey, look, they've been printing money since 2008, and it's now 2021. That's 13 years of money printing. So how long's a piece of string, right? So, but I do think the next 6 to 9 months if they move to taper, then it's definitely going to impact the asset value. So we've got to watch out for that too. All right, so Axion just posted a tweet. All right, retweet. Let the world know. Free Matic from Axion. Nice. Stakers will get twice as much Matic. Yo, some Matic. So that's cool. So I think this is an exciting part of the migration is the Matic as well. Axion just replied to a tweet. So all of your Axion will be migrated for you automatically. You can read more about the migration here. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go check that out too. And of course, how do you feel about Axion migrating to Polygon? Are you bullish? Hey, so we did our fun poll yesterday on that, didn't we? I think it was yesterday. So cool. And a great man once said stake Axion and Bitcoin. He was legendary. So who was that? I'm not sure who that was, but hey, whoever that was, it's pretty cool. Let us know in the chat if you know who that was. I don't know. Important, in order to facilitate the move to Polygon, we will require everyone to remove their liquidity from Uniswap. If users do not remove their liquidity from Uniswap before 0000 UTC, October the 5th, they will lose their Axion ETH. Ouch, ouch. So make sure if that's you, remove your liquidity. So that's probably a day away, is it? Something like that. Take that into account. So it's 000 on the 5th. So yeah, just make sure you do that. All right, so we'll actually come back to that. So what else? President Bukele isn't the only one reducing gas fees. So Axion to Matic, nice. And what else? Another tweet. Stay Axion and Bitcoin. This is the way. I love that bit of Mandalorian. This is the way. Poll: will the bill run continue, or is the bear season in? So a bit of vote on that. Nice. And should crypto custody be included in school curriculum? Education is key to mass adoption. I actually voted no on that because it's probably too many of the projects are speculative and dangerous out there. But I do think that blockchain should be talked about in school. I think once people get up to like 16 or something, if they're having financial education, you could talk about crypto projects. A lot of kids are going to find crypto anyway on the internet because a lot of them spend so much time on the internet. But it just depends. I guess it's what the approach that you take to talking about it is probably more important. Definitely blockchain is something that you could easily do across the board. All right, so this is the Polygon migration, of course. The future of Axion is here. Time to say goodbye to high gas fees. Hello to the future. Wow, awesome stuff. So why migrate? It's all in there. Nice. I'm going to post this in the chat though. If you've missed on this, you can definitely check that out. Bam, let's go. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course. We're having a lot of fun here. It is going good. Now, this is just the beginning. We're on takeover phase here, folks. Migration is only a few weeks away, targeting the 3rd week of October. It's going to be super exciting. I'm super excited. Prana says, let's put everyone into a deep sleep and wake everyone up when the Axion is launched on Polygon. Hey, it's funny you say that because I'm actually watching a lot of Star Trek. I'm watching from the beginning. Watching the Enterprise series, and I'm watching it from the very beginning. I'm up to episode number 8 or 9 at the moment. I'm really loving that. So yeah, it just makes me think of cryogenic sleep or something that they do in space stuff. Critic says, I think a nap prana won't be long. Yeah, that's a nice one, Critic. Locked on listening. Hey, Kazan TV's in the house. Hey, nice to you. I was talking about you a bit earlier there, Crypto Kazan TV. So good to see you in the chat. And there's the Axion.network Polygon. Make sure if you got any questions, the first place to start about the migration is here because it's got why to migrate here. It's got enter Polygon, of course, and Polygon chain benefits. Let's quickly just read the headlines here. So say goodbye to higher gas fees. So basically it's going to be free. Remember, there's going to be airdrop of Matic as well. So even without the airdrop of Matic, it's the fees are super cheap. They're just a fraction of a Matic, a fraction of a cent, and you can do so many transactions with even one Matic. You can do, I think, thousands or hundreds. It's amazing how many you can do. So say goodbye to high gas fees. So it's a game changer, right? Game changer means that you can do staking ladders, means you can claim your wrap BTC and any other benefits that the Axion team brings along. You'll be able to do transactions, here and there and everywhere. So it's going to be quite good like that. So very cool. and increased deflationary measures. Axion has already built in deflationary measures within the accelerator and burned over 6 billion tokens. Of course, we know that's about 7.6 billion now, so it's just climbing, folks. So really cool. We would add additional deflationary measurements to the token that can happen more often, allowing us to efficiently and continually combat typical inflation that plagues many staking projects. So the team is well focused on deflation, getting that squeeze on that we all want around not only Axion on the market, but shares as well eventually. So that'd be cool too. Seamless migration, because Polygon is layer 2 scanning solution on the Ethereum blockchain. It's going to make it nice and smooth that way. New NFT stake minting. Now this is the big thing, and I think Axion is going to be first to market as well, because we know that other projects are wanting to get to the NFT stakes. So we know that this is going to be in play, and including the two big alternatives that on Ethereum blockchain. So I think Axion's going to get there nicely, and so this is going to be a bit of a stir as well, a bit of a stir that staking NFT is pretty awesome. So Axion version 3 enables NFT stakes, but the most cost of minting NFTs is much more expensive with Ethereum, and of course now it's going to be basically free. So awesome stuff. Now all stakes can be minted as NFTs, allowing future tokenomic changes like an NFT share marketplace or share transfers to be performed cheaply. So that's the other thing. So actually just transferring the ownership of an NFT over to somebody else. Whereas if you currently staking smart contracts, you're kind of locked into it under a certain address. But here's the potential to actually transfer the whole stake to somebody else. So it opens up new markets, secondary markets, and stuff like that. It really is quite exciting. Also, custom artwork for NFT stakes. So really opens up even the broader NFT markets as well. So very cool. Transaction costs on the house. When we migrate, all members of the Axion community will be getting enough magic to perform over 50 transactions on the Polygon network. I think it's going to be a lot more than that. So we'll see how much that's going to be. So pretty cool. And dynamic liquidity management. This is another plus. So launch. You heard me talking before about the different approaches to liquidity, the Hex approach, the Wise approach, the Axion sort of approach as well. And this dynamic liquidity is one of those parts of that big solution that Axion's innovating on. So it's going to be interesting to see how this innovation fits into the market and gets the most value for the price support for investors. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. Launching on Polygon opens up new opportunities to dynamically manage the token's liquidity, increasing liquidity during volatile periods and reducing it during positive price movements. This creates more stability without inhibiting price upward movements, though any specific price action is never guaranteed. So the other stuff, so the team has already dealt with bots, right? So even if you watch some of the other projects, you'll see the bot trades still playing around. And so, sometimes they can hurt some people when we're doing particularly big buys, and they've got poor slippage stuff on there. But obviously, Axion's managed to already deal with that, and now they've come along with another innovative approach with the dynamic liquidity management. So it's going to be really fascinating to see this play out as well. So hats off to the team, because this is innovation, and it's really great to see all the stuff the team's doing there. All stakes now will be on version 3, of course, and obviously that's going to be getting rid of S-load functions, install that stuff on the Ethereum, and they're going to be super efficient on the Polygon. So awesome stuff. Also going to deal with V1 stakes as well. Obviously, people got a lot of V1 stakes. It's a ludicrous price to unstake those at the moment. So it's all going to be basically zero fees when they get upgraded at the same time. So a lot of people will be waiting for that. We've seen comments about V1 stakes for months and months and months and months. Finally, it will be able to get dealt with. Very cool. Launching with a fresh chart, of course, it's going to be a new Axion price chart. So I was a bit confused about this when I first saw this. I was like, oh, what does that mean? There's a price chart or whatever, but it will bring Axion over to Polygon, generate a new chart. So we will be able to promote and support upwards price movement, again, recapturing the momentum of Axion's launch with positive buy pressure and new user FOMO. So that's really cool when you look at that. More growth opportunities, of course, and you hear me go on about this all the time. I think that there's huge amount of opportunities that Axion not only innovate on the blockchain, but deliver new products, target lots of DeFi financial opportunities, potentially improve other ones that people are doing, and also strategic partnerships as well. And as we say, the team's already hinted that Polygon is already super excited to have Axion coming and playing a big role in the staking place as the premier staking project. So I think it's pretty exciting stuff happening there. So I'm looking forward to the innovation around that, and of course, and more incredibly cheap transaction fees, open up new functionality and features, and that includes reinvesting features, potentially wrap Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff. A lot of people are asking for those sort of opportunities, and now that we've got 7 tokens in there, going to have even more tokens, more other projects on there, and certainly targeting all the users in the yield farming and all that other stuff, as I said earlier. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there. So I'm looking forward to it. Then there's the FAQs, of course, migration. When will it happen? All these different questions here, so you can go through all those. I'm going to probably go through those tomorrow on the FAQs, but you can definitely check that out. And I posted the link in the chat there, so very cool. All right, so RTD says everyone's getting free Matic, right? Yeah, not only the stakers, that's correct. Stakers and holders says Actified. So that's Actified's from the AXN team there. So that's a good reply to the RTD. And Cryptic Casino says, yes, RTD too, but stakes get double, I think. Woohoo! Party on. Prana Om says, one Polygon Matic token only costs about $1.34 now, and you can do thousands of transactions with that at the moment. Yeah, good point. And one Ethereum costs $3,400 now, and it costs a whole lot more. Transactions go Polygon, absolutely. And RTD says, how much AXN do I need to become a millionaire? That's a good question. We don't give financial advice on this channel. We do have some of our opinions, but once again, you can work it out on the calculator. And if you want to work out what it could be, you can use the calculator. Let's go to AXN homepage. And on the homepage here, there's a calculator that's got assumptions on it, of course. Now, some people miss this, but if you actually scroll over the dollar value, you've got little labels come up. And this one here says, so you've got the value of at maturity, 17. This is based on if you invested 10,000, staking duration, the amount of days, and the future price. Obviously, price is a big impact on that, so it's very hard to predict that. But the team is targeting, has got a big goal of trying to target at least 1 cent or more. So that's you've just the speculation. So you just that's what the team's trying to achieve. It's like the vision and more. So or way higher. You just don't know. That's 50x from here where we are at the moment. It's actually higher now, probably about 54x or something like that. So total value of AXN at the end of staking period based on today's token price. So that's the value of the AXN plus liquid wrap Bitcoin dividends yearly, and of course potential. And it's got a little label there. People miss this one, but it says potentially annual wrap Bitcoin dividends based on sold out accelerators. So as soon as the accelerator sold out. So sometimes we typically get the accelerator's been selling out like 30%. Sometimes it sells out like 60%. And sometimes it sells out 100%. So really, that's going to impact this value over time. But once you get a Polygon, of course, it's going to be a new frontier. So we could expect some really cool things happening over there. All right, so that's pretty much it. So if you want to work that out, you can play around with this yourself. If you work out when you can become, a millionaire or thereabouts, so we can do that. Now, obviously, AXN has produced a couple of millionaires already. People that got Hex 2T pretty early on. So you can just play around with this as well and do these calculations as well. Obviously, the price goes up. We've got that's a tenth of a penny there. It's not even 1 cent there, but it just shows you the different value there. Obviously, it did 10,000, so that's we're just playing around with this. This is just a bit of fun. So I don't even think it has that on there. We actually went all the way up. So so none of the maxes here will allow you actually to go up to a million. So that's interesting. Finishes off at 1 cent, but you could just say that if you're at 0015 and you had max stake, your $50,000 investment, that would get you over a million USD. But of course, if you're in a country where the exchange rate is less than USD, then you could easily get up there. For example, New Zealand exchange rate's 0.7. So you'd already be over a million. Obviously, as a stake is 5,555 days, but once if the team does get tradable NFTs, then you could even trade out of that position after you've received a certain amount of interest in this and that. So it's going to be interesting to see how all it plays out, folks. Really is interesting. Now they used to have, I think they used to have the calculator used to go up to 1 cent. Seem to have pulled that back at the moment. So interesting stuff there. That's on the Axion.network page. Definitely check that out if you need to. Credit says off the financial advice actually do, but 1 million AXN at just 1 cent is going to be worth 10,000 if long term. If we go to 2 or 3 cents or more, less needed. But it's crypto. Only put in what you can afford to lose, afford and hodl. Yeah, so that's right. Well done, said Crypto Casino. Obviously, nothing on this channel is financial advice, but once again, it's just infotainment. So you need to do your due diligence, play around with the calculators, ask some questions around. I think what Crypto Casino gave you is a very good guide as well. So if we do get to 1 cent, then that's like what 50 so X from here. Then it's something you can think about. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed. It's just there's a reason why speculation in play. All right, so but the difference between, of course, Axion is a supercharged certificate deposit, so there is 8% inflation. There is a certain minimum sort of a return that you can get. But as the accelerator says, at the moment it's up to 47% APY. So take that into account. All right, let's have a look at now. Obviously if you keep hodling all the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up 20x, then you see what I mean. It's a huge longer term play. So pretty nice. All right, so 23 hours and 30 minutes in, folks. We're doing pretty well. 54 minutes, 53 seconds on the roll, and looking good. Don't forget, if you're new to Axion, of course, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And if you haven't joined as a member of the channel, hit that join button. We've got Axionites, Elites, Heroes, and Krakens. Get into it. You get a cool little label on the chat there, plus a few other benefits coming up as well. So pretty cool, and there we go. All right, so that's pretty much the news there. We've been through the Axion website. Obviously, the Q4 roadmap is in play at the moment. That does include a centralized exchange and opinion letter. So looking to hear an update from the team from that. I'm wondering whether it'll give us that in December. Also, I noticed that the Connect credit card I think went off the Q4 roadmap's the only thing that went off. A few things got added in, I think, but we'll be interested to see about the Connect financial as well. I do know that apparently they're testing stuff at the moment, so hopefully we'll get a bit of news on that at some stage as well. Very nice. All right, let's go back in the general chat there as well. Hey, we've got one of the moderators that's Actified. So Actified there. Actified is in the chat watching at the moment. So I was just saying earlier that there was no moderators. You're trying to go to say that we've got moderators, and then there was no moderator, but there we are. We've got Actified in the house. Generally, there's moderators on at the time, so pretty cool. Yeah, so we actually have we've actually quite a decent growth in the number of wallets and Actified people in the Discord the last week. So that's been a real bonus as well. Nice jump in there. We'd like to see those measures go up. Now, this is something I want to see. So if we, this is a bit, if we, let's go here. So daily Hex stats. I'd like to see something for Axion like this. If Axion had something like this, it was actually quite useful for investors. Also, there are lots of cool charts we could do, and this is the sort of format that I'd like to see, where you've got you can do CSV files, Excel files, but I'd like to see where you got the day, you got the date and the price, you got price changes. In this case, you got T shares. Like Axion can do T shares, but we could do M shares. Could be something different, which is just millions of shares rather than trillions of shares. You got the increase in the share rate. You got the stake length there. So you've got all these different details. I've gone through this before when I've covered Pulsechain, but you've got liquidity pool, market cap, all that sort of stuff. This is actually really useful stuff. It gives investors a lot of information. Circulating supply. Now, we do have parts of this on different platforms, but not by day. It'd be nice to see this by day. It's pretty cool. And of course, you go all the way through the stake percentage. And this is some key metrics that I think are really important. Obviously, there's some penalties here. Now, obviously, Axion doesn't have penalties yet. It'll be 30 days after we move to Polygon. Penalties will start play out on that. But we've got the change in holders, change in stakers, change in all that sort of stuff. So I think those details are really cool. And to actually see the change every day would be really useful. And it's also a way of tracking, efforts and success and all sorts of stuff. So it'd be nice to see some of that play out. And of course, you can turn all of this stuff into charts and chart those as well. So that'd be cool. Anyway, just one of those wish list things for sure, but I think that's very useful. So very cool. All right, so I think that's pretty much that on that. Let me have a look here. We're going up to 58 minutes, so we're almost up to an hour, folks. Let's do another update. That nice. So we're sitting 93, nice on that, and we'll do the gas price as well. So gas sitting at 90 grace, it's on the high side. So if you're going to enter the accelerator, get up to 28.4% bonus. And if you're watching this video after the live stream, definitely try and get it down, maybe 30, 40, and maybe you can time it any hour, any of the 24 hours. It's 24 hours before a recharge happens. So cool on that. All right, let's get in here. So hope you guys have enjoyed your coffee out over there in the Northern Hemisphere. Hope you guys have enjoyed this session. Don't forget to catch me tomorrow. Let's see how we get on with the old accelerator. This is where we're at the moment. This is state of play. 349.7 million left. Let's see how we get on tomorrow. Once again, join me then. Take care, of course, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. And catch me again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Onwards and upwards, up and away, as we say. Bye for now. Cheers.